Lay on your mat with your feet hip-width apart and in neutral spine. Take a breath in and feel your ribs expand to the side, and as you breathe out, soften the ribs down towards your waist and gently draw up through the pelvic floor muscles. Breathe in through the ribs, expanding sideways and stretching the skin with your breath, and breathe out through the mouth, softening through those ribs and lifting up through pelvic floor. Place your hands onto your pelvis and now start to gently rock your pelvis backwards and forwards, gently flattening through the lower spine and then gently arching to create some beautiful mobility through the hips and lower back. Breathe in as you bring the tail to the floor and breathe out as you bring the lower back towards the floor, softening through the upper body, taking your time as you breathe, focusing on your breath with each movement. Place your hands down beside your hips now, and let's do a full pelvic roll. As you breathe out, curl the tail under and roll the hips up off the floor, reaching the knees forward and over the toes to lengthen your thighs and hips, softening through the ribs. At the top, breathe in and stay, and breathe out and melt down from your throat, upper back, mid back, lower back, and all the way back down to neutral pelvis. Breathe in at the bottom and breathe out, curl up again. Place your hand on the top of your chest to soften through that area. And breathe out and roll down through the spine, feeling length through the spine as you're rolling down one vertebra at a time. Again, breathe out as you roll up, reaching the knees, feeling the backs of the legs and the buttocks engage, the fronts of the legs lengthening. Breathe in at the bottom and breathe out as you begin to roll back up again. This time adding arms, floating over your head with the arms. Breathe in at the top and breathe out as you roll down through the spine, keeping the arms there, one vertebra at a time. Breathe in and bring the arms back to neutral. Again, breathing out, curl the tail under, reach the knees forward, float the arms overhead. Breathe in and stay. Breathe out as you melt your spine into the mat with the arms above the head, all the way back to neutral. Breathe in, arms come back to your side. Again, breathing out, curling under through your tail, rolling up through the spine. Breathe in, reach the arms overhead. Breathe out as you roll back down, one segment of your spine at a time, all the way back down to neutral pelvis. Bring the feet together and breathe in now and roll the hips and knees across to one side, keeping the upper body on the mat. Breathe out as you draw it back to the center. Breathe in as you roll the knees across, keeping the head, neck and shoulders straight, and breathe out, drawing back to the middle from the abdominals. Breathing in, other side, and breathing out, drawing everything back, ribs, waist, tail, in that order, back to the mat. Again, breathing in as you roll across, breath out as you come back. Moving through each movement with breath and mindfulness, making the length of your breath match the length of your movement. Bring the knees back to center, hug your knees into your chest, bring your head up off the floor and squeeze your knees towards your nose. Place the feet back down onto the floor. Take one hand over each knee and let's do some femur circles now. Breathe in and bring the knees towards you and breathe out and circle them away. Use your arms as you circle the thigh bones deep in their hip sockets, really going as wide as comfortable as you can, making sure that there is no pain in the knees or the hips. Move through this with fluid ease and focus on the breath and the deep hip sockets. Feeling that with each circle, your hips are getting softer and your lower back is sinking. Reverse those circles now. Breathing in as the knees come towards you and breathing out as they move away. And again, breathing in as they move towards you and breathing out as they circle away. Keep moving with the breath. and gently place the feet back onto the floor. Come over onto your hands and knees and lay down onto your stomach. Hands in line with shoulders, pressing the pelvis into the mat with your hand so that hip bones and pubic bone is pressing directly forward. Breathe in, prepare, and breathe out, reach through the crown of your head, coming up into a little bit of upper back extension, eye gaze just off the mat. Breathe in and roll back down. Try to hardly use your hands here. Try to use your back muscles to lift you up and forward. Feel as though your breastbone is coming up towards your throat as you breathe out and lift your head, neck and shoulders up and forward. And breathe out and roll back down through the front of the body. Keep gently zipping up through your abdominal muscles here as you breathe out and lift, drawing the shoulder blades down and together, keeping the elbows towards the body. Breathing out as you come up to allow freedom through the upper back, and breathing in to come all the way down. Placing the hands beside you with the palms turned up. Breathe out and reach the hands towards you, feet, and turn the palms over into extension, and breathe in and come back to the floor. Breathe out as you reach the hands behind you, turn the palms, draw the shoulder blades together, lengthen the body, and then breathe in as you return the head to the other side, back to the mat. If your neck doesn't like turning both ways, just keep it on one side or the head straight. Breathe out as you reach the hands behind you, turn the palms over and lift. Breathe in as you come back to the mat, opening up through the upper back muscles. Come up one more time and hold yourself up there and pump the arms for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the palms back in beside the chest and press up into a 4-point kneeling position. Curl the toes under, find neutral, breathe in, prepare. Breathe out as you curl up into cat stretch, pressing the floor away. Breathe in as you come back to neutral. Breathe out, draw up through the lower tummy, press gently into the toes and the palms of the hand to really get an extra stretch. And breathe in as you return back to neutral, widening through the sit bones, lengthening through the head. Breathe out as you pull up through the lower tummy. Enjoy this stretch, press into the feet, open up the spine. And breathing in as you return back to neutral, lengthening through the body. Again, breathing out as you gently pull up through the spine, curling up through each vertebra, and breathing in as you return. Now gently press down and forward into your hands and back and down with your feet until your feet to your knees float off the floor. Feeling the abdominals really connect, and hold and breathe into your back. Breathe out and zip up your tummy and gently fold back down. Come and sit facing forward on the mat, knees in Z-walk. Arms out, breathe out, curling up and over through the spine into a side bend. Breathe in, lift tall. Breathe out, up and over you go. Keeping both sit bones on the mat, moving from side to side as though you were moving through 2 panes of glass. Turn the head and the neck up a little to the top hand if you wish, as long as the neck feels okay. And if not, you can always look down at the hand that's on the floor. Feel the side body open up as you breathe out and take the arm over. Breathe in and use your core strength to sit tall. Breathe out. Breathe in. Bring the legs around to the front, hug in. Breathe into your back and breathe out. And take your legs to the other side. Arms nice and wide. Breathe out as you side bend up and over towards the front leg. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, other way. Breathe in, lift tall through the body. Again, like you're moving through or in between 2 panes of glass here. Feel the length through the spine as you go over to the side. Rather than reaching to the floor, reach to the corner of your ceiling. Elongate through the side of the body with both sit bones down. Breathing, matching the length of your movement every time. Bring the legs around to the front. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Draw your chin down to your chest. Breathe deeply now into your back, expanding into the ribs and lungs. And breathe out as you feel your body relax and deflate and let go. And breathe in again, feeling that expansion through the back of the body. And breathing out and softening with each exhalation. And now you're ready for your meditation. Either stay sitting up with the legs crossed or find a wall that you can lean up against. You can also prop yourself up on a towel or a bolster or roll your mat up so that when you are sitting up cross-legged, your hips are nice and relaxed. If you lay down and you're a beginner meditator, you may find that you fall asleep. And what we really want to do here is stay awake and stay mindful and breathe through this meditation. Settle in now for 10 minutes of your time. This is a 10-minute meditation, purely focusing on your breath. Focusing on your breath will help you to bring body and mind into alignment. I like to call it the brain and body sync. Often we're out of sync between brain and body because our bodies are tired and exhausted, and our brains are telling us to keep pushing on and pushing on, with many, many thoughts per minute, to-do lists, and text and emails to get back to. So let's focus on your breath now and bring it all into alignment to create clarity and a sense of calm. Take a slow, long in-breath through your nose that travels right down to the very tip of your spine. Linger there for a moment in the natural pause. And breathe out through the mouth, emptying the lungs. Pausing at the top. Breathe in again through your nose and follow that breath again right down to the tip of your tailbone and linger. When it feels natural, breathe out through your mouth and allow the breath to travel back up through your spine and out your mouth, and linger. Keep breathing in this way. At the top and the bottom of the breath, you will notice there is a natural pause. And some days it's longer than others. Wherever you're at, just really stay in that natural pause for as long as necessary. Luxuriate in that moment of nothingness. As you breathe in, soften your shoulders, soften your hips. And as you breathe out, keep length through the spine and feel grounded through the hips into the floor. Breathing in for as long and as deep as you can. Breathing out for as long and slow as you can. Keep breathing in this way. If thoughts start to arise, just simply notice them. Imagine that you're in the sky above the clouds, and your thoughts are just those clouds passing by underneath you. Try not to cling on to the clouds, just watch them float by. Bring yourself back to the breath every time you get distracted by your thoughts. Any outside noises or distractions only make you go deeper, focusing more on your breath, following it down to the very tip of your spine, and following it all the way back up and out through your mouth. Draw yourself back into the breath as many times as necessary. As you breathe in, feel more grounded through the hips, whether you're sitting up or laying down. Feel how the earth underneath you supports your body so you can let go. Soften your facial muscles and your ears as you keep breathing in this way. Allow your eyes to draw back into the eye sockets. Allow your bottom jaw to release. Feel your throat open up and your chest expand. Keep breathing in this way. Feel your organs and abdominals soften. Feel your buttocks and thighs relax. Keep breathing in this way. Feel your calves soften and your heels become heavy. Feel your feet broaden and your toes lengthen. Keep focusing on the breath, following it all the way down to the very tip of your spine and following it all the way up your spine and out your mouth, allowing it to cleanse and clear anything that you're holding on to through your spine. If the length of your breath is short today, don't worry, just work with what you've got. Each day is different. Just observe. Breathing in right down to the tip of your spine and breathing out all the way through your mouth, letting go of any tension that's built up anywhere in the body. Keep breathing in this way. I'll mind the time and come back to you in a moment. Each time your mind wanders off with a thought, bring it back to your breath. Keep following the breath. Let go of the breathing. And notice how the breath is hardly noticeable. Feel that sense of calm between body and mind simply by following the breath. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing awareness back into the body and back into the room. Slowly start to open your eyes, keeping this sense of calm and stillness. And when you're ready, either rolling onto your side and sitting up, or start to stretch, reaching the arms up above the head and folding forward. Breathe in and breathe out, sitting back onto your sit bones, rolling up through your spine.